tatta dhim tatakita dhim tadim tattam.
Hello everyone, my name is Padma. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I share with you the practice and philosophy of body-led spirituality. I'm inspired by ancient traditions from my culture, especially those that focus on nature and on divine feminine or goddess wisdom. In this video, I'm going to share with you some reflections about mystery. Mystery, of course, is the heart of many ancient traditions, not just in India, but in traditions across the world. So many of these traditions were embodied ritual invocations through dance, song, music, visual arts, and it was an invocation of this sensation or experience of mystery. Mystery is a word that we use very commonly these days, and we speak about the heart of spirituality being mystery, and we're very beguiled by mystery. We're very attracted to this suggestion of mystery. And yet, in the way in which many of these ancient traditions have been translated, particularly in the West, in the movement towards the West, the mystery has become somewhat sentimental. It's lost its ferocity, the heart of the mystery, the ferocity, the poignancy of mystery, and it's become rather sentimental and romantic, and it's also become sometimes a kind of a fantasy or an escapism. So we think of mystery either as this beautiful experience of bliss and delight, or we think about it as this shadow, darkness and suffering and this kind of demonic experience. And in both cases, there is a kind of sentimentalization about mystery itself. Of course, the word mystery is very problematic because we not only use it in these spiritual or ritual contexts, but we might use it about say a genre of novel or a crime that's not solved. And we always think then there is this intention of, I want to solve this mystery. And of course, the mind always wants to solve something. So when we approach the mystery, we have to be very aware that we are carrying this dominant paradigm of the mind, which is that the mind wants to solve the mystery, like solving the the mystery of a crime, or solving the mystery of something that couldn't be explained in the first instance. So I'm going to share, there's a lot to be said about mystery, but I just want to share 3 reflections about the nature of mystery in these more ancient philosophies and practices, especially in the practice that I offer. And these 3 is what I'm offering from my own encounter with the practice and my experience of the practice. And I hope that whatever practice that you do, if it offers a place of mystery or if it offers a sensation of mystery, I hope that this will help you perceive the dynamics of the practice. So 3 little reflections on mystery. The first one is that there is a dimension of infinity in mystery. Of course, we say that the divine is infinite, but then we're constantly trying to bring this infinity into a kind of a template. We speak about a particular template for enlightenment, or a particular template for here is this divine experience, and then we then start judging people. Have you had this particular set of experiences? That means you're enlightened, or that means you've experienced the divine. But if truly the divine is infinite, then how can we then say that there is a set way of experiencing the divine? And within this infinity is the proposition of plurality. In the times we live in, I would say perhaps the post-industrial times, maybe whatever you like to call it, capitalism, post-colonial times, we have a real problem with plurality, because we have this this proposition that everything is translatable, that we can always, especially into the dominant language, which is English, that we can just take these ancient traditions and we can just translate, and we can find this like for like. We can, it's like this or it's like that, or the Indian tradition is like the Native American tradition, or the indigenous Australian tradition is like some other indigenous tradition. But in this drive, we also lose the infinity, the plurality, that each tradition holds a certain intelligence and a certain wisdom, which allows us to taste with integrity the proposition of mystery and the divine that is coming from within their bodies, within their ancient bodies, and within their ancient intelligence, without flattening it out. And strangely and paradoxically, it is in this infinity that we also find what connects and what unites us to reality. And this is almost impossible to translate into words. And that's why so many of these traditions were embodied, or they used artistic practices. And because it brought all of these polarities, like how can you be united in the diversity, united in the plurality, they were able to bring these polarities together. The second thing about mystery is that it is forever unknowable. So the mystery in this tradition is not for solving. It is that invitation to be able to flow, to move, to experience the forever unknowability. Are we able to just hold that we will never know? We will never actually conquer this experience through the mind's, conquering drive of knowing everything. So here reality is held, the big vessel of reality is that we can never bring it into the known. And within that vessel of unknowability, there are dimensions. Of course, the mind has a place because it's a part of reality. There are dimensions of reality, the functional dimensions of reality, which we can bring into the known. But when we hold it in this larger intelligence, this expansive intelligence of eternal unknowability, it truly humanizes us. We bring ourselves within reality. We bring ourselves into the recognition that all forms of life, that everything in reality is the same as us, that we are not above. So rather than being on top and creating a known story of reality to conquer it, we drop into being a part of reality, part of life, and it truly changes how we do, how we perceive, how we think of us, our relationship to each other, to different cultures, to the different forms of life, to earth. It's a completely transformative lens. And the third thing is how mystery is really fragile. Because it can't be conquered by known and made into a permanent state, mystery has this really pulsating, fragile quality to it. So in the practice that I do, it was called rasa. And rasa means taste. So you taste that mystery. And the taste is never the same, because when you make something, though you might be making the same thing, it never tastes the same as what it was the last time you made it or what it will be the next time. And this taste is a very subtle sensation. And so this taste of the mystery, we can taste the mystery, but it's a very fragile taste. It's a very transient, it's a very much in the moment experience. And so it asks incredible presence. It's not to be blissed out or to be out of awareness, but in fact it asks us to be with ferocious presence and attending. So in order to taste that intelligence of mystery in the moment and to be alive to each moment. So I hope that these reflections on mystery will help you if you are doing a practice, or if you're interested in a practice, you're approaching a practice that holds mystery, that it may actually help you to reflect on the dynamics of your own practice. These are offered from my own encounter with my practice, which is about moving in this mystery. It's about moving in the flow of the mystery, and it is about being alive to the intelligence, the infinity, and the beauteous fragility of the forever unknowable dimension of the divine. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to hearing from you. If you do have a practice of mystery that you do, I would love to hear your experience and your reflections. And as always, I look forward to your company again on this channel.